Hey everybody, this is Pastor Matt. I am coming to you live from our sanctuary here at Salem United Methodist Church. And if you're part of our fellowship or not, I just want to extend you an opportunity to join us this weekend in worship. We have worship at 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock. Both of those services are here in the sanctuary and online on Facebook and YouTube. You can find those at salemchurch.life. And here's why I want to invite you. We are wrapping up a sermon series that we're entitling Dealing with Difficult People. That almost seems self-explanatory, but we know the gospel says to love God and to love others, but that looks so differently from church to church and from Christian to Christian, and how we interpret and what that means. And we've been working on some practical stuff that we can implement of how do we actually love people, even in the midst of difficulty of relationships, whether that's a family member or a coworker or someone you meet on the street. And this week we're going to be talking about what do healthy boundaries look like in relationships. You know, boundaries are an interesting topic for Christians because many of us don't live lives with good boundaries in them. In fact, it would even seem sometimes that the church teaches us the opposite. Maybe boundaries aren't good for us. Jesus calls us to a life of sacrifice and self-denial and giving up of ourselves for someone else. But when you look at the Gospels and you look at the way that Jesus lived his life, he loved people wildly, but he still had boundaries. He still had parameters in which he said, this is as far as I'm willing to go, and this is as far as you can go as well. And frankly, it's boundaries really that make for healthy relationships. Even with difficult people, you can find flourishment in relationships where boundaries are clear, understood, and respected. So I invite you to join us for worship this Sunday at 9 o'clock or 11 o'clock as we wrap up our series, Dealing with Difficult People.